Hello and welcome to the 23rd Annual New Bedford Folk Festival. Today we are going to check out some of the local handmade goods that these vendors have to offer, as well as enjoy the local folk music. So why don't you join me? We're going to have a lot of fun today walking around downtown New Bedford. You're with me, Mayrie Dandino. Here at the New Bedford Folk Festival, I am lucky to have run into some volunteers, Dan and Linda, who are going to tell me about their experience volunteering here. So, Dan, what is your role as a volunteer here?
Yesterday we were helping people get in and out of the shows, making sure that the premium seating people got into premium seats and that people knew where different things were happening on throughout the event.
So you'd say this is a very, very busy event, lots of moving parts?
Yeah, a lot of moving parts.
Now, what is your favorite part about the event, Linda?
The energy of the people and all the crafts people. There's wonderful crafts as well. So it's been great.
Wonderful. And what do you hope that people will get out of this experience by coming here?
They'll just come and have a lovely time in a really nice town and make use of all the vendors and stuff. And just have a great day, have a great weekend.
Do you think we're lucky enough to see some of those local artists that were so impressive come back for another year and perform again? Do we have a lot of repeat performers?
Yeah, that's the way it seems to go. I mean, there's some favorites that have been coming for forever, and then we've seen some new talent that we've never seen before. So it's been really, really fun.
Oh, wow.
I gotta say, too, that the people in charge of putting the volunteer forces together, that's a really difficult task. I mean, they've done a really amazing job of staying focused in a very chaotic situation, so it deserves some real props.
Wow, and how long have you been volunteering?
It was our first time volunteering here. We came to the festival a couple of years ago and liked it a lot, and the opportunity came up to volunteer this year. We're from Connecticut, so we drove up and stayed up here a couple of nights just to do this.
Okay, so where from Connecticut?
Hebron, outside of Hartford.
And you are together, you're a married couple?
We are.
Oh, well, much happiness to you. I'm very glad that you come down to visit us here.
Thank you.
Thank you for talking with me.
Enjoy.
Nice to meet you.
Now I'd like to take a minute to talk to one of the vendors at this event. And could you please introduce yourself to us?
My name is Sangpo, and I am from Salem, Massachusetts.
Salem, Massachusetts. How long have you been a craftsman?
I have been doing this craftsman for the last 22 years.
Wow, 22 years, wow. Could you tell us more about your wares?
Yes, my things are from, it's mostly from Tibet and Himalayan region and beyond. So, especially from Tibet, and most of the things are made by Tibetan refugees living in India and Nepal. So.
Do you travel all around Massachusetts, or do you go maybe past Massachusetts borders into other states as well?
Sometimes I go to pass, otherwise I stay in Massachusetts. Yes.
So what brings you to New Bedford, especially today?
Yes, I have been doing this in New Bedford Summer Fest for the last maybe 13 years. So I've been doing the fair. It's lovely to be here. I see a lot of vendors and a lot of people who come from different areas from the nearby regions. So it's lovely to be here, as a vendor.
Well, we're very grateful to have you. Thank you for coming. And we're here with another vendor who's going to tell us more about her crafts. So could you please introduce yourself?
So my name is Leah. I work with a small women's collective based in Kenya. So I design the crafts and I train the women to make it. They make it at home, and it's a fundraiser to help send their kids to school.
Oh, wow.
And I get to travel with it and visit places like this, enjoy the new places, and just sell the crafts and be fundraising for a school program at the same time. Yeah.
Okay.
So
that's wonderful. And so you've designed most of these?
I've designed everything.
You've designed everything?
Everything, and I train the mothers who make it. Yep.
So where are you from?
Kenya.
You are? Okay.
I am from Kenya, yes.
Yes, and what brings you to New Bedford?
The festival and my crafts.
Oh, wonderful. It's the craft that keeps you going and the motivation to help these mothers who are sending their children to school. That's wonderful. What else can you tell me about the mothers from Kenya?
So we work with the disadvantaged mothers, so it's single mothers or mothers in a difficult relationship who are working very hard to try and send their kids to school, and no matter how hard they try, they don't manage it. So these things that we make and sell here just helps them give a little push so they can send their kids to school and break the circle.
Wow, that's a wonderful cause. I'm very grateful to have spoken to you and to be interviewing you. That's a wonderful thing that you do. Thank you.
Well, thank you for talking to me.
As always, I'm stunned by the creativity of all the wares here, and so I'm here to introduce another two vendors, and they seem like they're a duo, so I'm going to find out more about them and what they do. Could you please introduce yourselves?
Well, my name is Sonam Zoksang, and I'm from Hudson Valley, New York.
And you?
This is my daughter.
Sawa Soaps.
Nice to meet you, and how old are you?
I'm almost 15.
Almost 15. So you're in training.
I guess, yeah.
So how long have you been doing this?
Actually, the vending I've been doing for a number of years. I used to have a store in New York City, and here this is my first time. I heard through my friend, said very exciting, and it's been going on for a very long time. So we came, and yesterday we had a great time.
That's really wonderful because we are attracting vendors from all over, from New York and from Salem, Massachusetts, and even outside of the New England area. We're looking forward to getting all of these new vendors in. So could you tell me what it is that you sell?
Most of our stuff are made in Nepal. I am a Tibetan. Of course, I'm a Tibetan refugee who grew up in India. But having grown up in Nepal and India, I bring stuff all handmade, handcrafted. Of course, by different families. So I bring them here, and then of course I go to different festivals.
Well, I thank you for being here today. Is there anything that you'd like to tell the viewers about why it's important to buy local handmade goods?
I think it's obviously everybody knows that most of these handcrafted items, merchandise have been disappearing. So to support local and handmade stuff is very important today. We have a lot of junks coming from all over the world. Obviously, of course, they are important too. But to support, of course, small merchants, especially things that are handmade, can really not only can enjoy that, but it lasts for a very long time. And it has also cultural, elements into that. And you're not only supporting the, of course, the people here, but you're supporting people back home.
And it's especially unique to see the father-daughter duo that's going on. So I'm very happy to see you here. I'm very happy to have met you. Thank you for talking to me.
Thank you.
I am pleased to announce that I also get to speak to the head honcho of this entire event. And you have been organizing the Folk Festival for 1 year now. This is the first year. And could you tell us your name?
Yep, Angela Johnston. I am a operations manager for the Folk Festival. I work under the Zeiterion Theater, and I also work as the business development director at the New Bedford Economic Development Council. So this is a little side gig for me.
Wonderful. And you are a New Bedford resident?
I am a New Bedford resident, 15 years, 3 children, and husband and 2 dogs.
Wonderful. So, you know what New Bedford means to you, and you love this festival. What's your favorite part about the festival?
Well, I love that the festival is family friendly. It has great food trucks, great crafts. We have over 85 craft vendors here today, and I feel like there's great foot traffic here. The weather was great, and the food is always really good.
Awesome. So it sounds like a lot of people are interested in coming, but how would you encourage more people to come?
I would like the residents in adjacent towns to know that the festival, there's a cost to get into the tents, but there's also lots of outdoor tents where you can listen to the music, walk around, buy some crafts, so just enjoy all the energy and enjoy the food in the food truck area, and definitely the restaurants downtown. There's so many good restaurants downtown, great offerings, great prices, so come on downtown.
Thank you so much. This has been a wonderful interview. I'm so glad I got to talk to you. I appreciate it. I'm lucky to speak with another volunteer, Mr. Roland Fields, and he's going to tell us more about what he does at the festival. Hi, Roland.
Good morning.
Good morning.
My name's Roland Fields. I am the Crafts Area Ambassador. This festival has been going on for 23 years. I've been lucky enough to be volunteering here for 22 years.
Wow.
My job, if you want to call it, which is more of a pleasure than a job, is I get to walk around, talk to all the different vendors, make sure that everything is going well for them, help them out with any problem they might have. Sometimes some vendors are here alone, and they might need a break to go get something to eat or something else, nature calls, and I'll sit there and watch their place for them. But our vendors that have been coming here for years, I have a very good rapport with them, just like our vendors right here from Vermont with the maple syrup.
Right.
Know them very well. People ask me where they can find things, not just the vendors, but all the public.
Right.
And
So you're a friendly face to everyone at this festival.
I try to be, yes. Sometimes that don't always work with some people, but yes, I like to help people out and show them where, people are looking for things but not knowing where it's at. We've got 80 plus vendors here, and I try to make sure I know who's where and what they have. I show up here yesterday morning at 6:30, left at 8:30. My wife and I showed up at 9:30 this morning, and we'll be out of here probably around 8:30. But it's a great festival.
And I can tell as we're standing next to this maple syrup vendor that one of the perks of your job is getting to go and get all the free stuff, right? The free samples.
Oh, I could give all types of free samples. Our vendors are very given here.
Oh, that's so good to hear. And I can tell too from my experience at the festival, being here last year, this really is a very welcoming community. So I am very happy to be back, and let's just see what everyone has to offer. Let's go get that free stuff, right, Roland?
Go for it. Come
do
down
it.
and see us.
Next up is one of the tastiest vendors at the New Bedford Folk Festival, in my humble opinion. We are here with the maple syrup guy. I'm sure you have a real name, so could you introduce yourself for us?
Yes, good morning. I'm Al Wood from Woods Vermont Syrup in Randolph, Vermont. And you are trying the bourbon barley syrup.
Oh my goodness. Oh, this is so good. Here, I'm actually going to pass this mic off to you so I can enjoy.
Okay. So what I have to offer people is flavored maple syrup here at the event. And so a lot of people find these intriguing because they think of maple syrup as just usually being traditional maple syrup, which we do have, but I like to fiddle around and create new intriguing flavors with maple syrup being the base of each and every flavor. And they're all natural. Nothing really, there's no chemicals added. It's just an all natural flavor to each and every one.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
I know you probably saw me guzzle that down. It's always a wonderful, it's a pleasure to have you here. And what would you say your favorite part about the New Bedford Folk Festival is?
There are a lot of favorite parts about this event. Usually the weather's wonderful, the people are fantastic, and Roland, whom you just met, he's always great. This year though, next to me we have a fiddle maker, and there's just been one free concert after another this year. It's been absolutely amazing to hear the music and to see people interact with different vendors. It's a lot of fun.
So what you're saying is these vendors are multi-talented, because while we have our professional musicians who perform in the tents for a ticket price that you get a wristband for, we also have the vendors who are playing music. So you can't go wrong. This is always a very enjoyable event. Thank you so much for letting me interview you.
Yeah, thank you. Have a good one.
Thank you. And now I've found my favorite booth at the New Bedford Folk Festival, because I am adorned with my beautiful narwhal.
No, it's a unicorn.
Okay, tell me why it's a unicorn, not a narwhal.
Narwhals don't have ears. Unicorns do. But when you put that headband on your head, you already have ears. So if that had ears, you'd have two sets of ears. Unicorns don't have two sets of ears.
Yes, and we're explaining this because there was a little girl earlier who denied the logic of having two sets of ears. She was missing the ears. She thought it was a narwhal. Either way, I'm having lots of fun at this booth with Jeannie. With Jeannie. I'm sorry. Could you introduce yourself and tell us more about what you do?
I'm Jean McMasters. I'm from Harwich, Massachusetts. This is my booth, Just Tickled. And we do little girls' headgear and bows and tutus. You should have a tutu on.
I know. Well, how little is little? I'm 19.
You're never too little. You're never too big. We could do...
Oh no. I think I'm getting dressed up now. If you know me, you know I'm a fanatic of everything princess, so...
Skirt.
Oh. Very nice.
You're rocking that.
Very nice. So, what brings you to New Bedford?
The show. I heard great things about it and decided to try it out.
Yes, and you're originally from the Cape?
I'm originally from Boston.
Oh, from Boston.
Yes, and I live in Harwich now. Yeah.
All right.
So, and I've been doing this for about 10 years, and I love it.
Oh, that's great. So you're a veteran vendor. You've come here before.
I've not come here. I've not. This is my first time at this show. Yeah, but I've been doing it for quite a while.
Oh, wow.
I paint houses for a living, and I'd much rather do this than climb ladders.
All right. Well, thank you. Thank you. I really hope you have a good experience this year. We have a lot of fun here, as you can tell. And have a great day.
Thank you. You too. Enjoy.
Right.
Thank you very much.
Now I'd like to introduce a longtime attendee of the Folk Festival. Could you please introduce yourself for us?
Sure. I'm Carolyn Pipling from Brockton, Massachusetts.
Hi, Carolyn. And you've been going to this festival for how long now?
Over 20 years. And it's just one of my favorite summer things to do because it's a value, it's got the music that I love and vendors, and when the weather is like it is this weekend, we can't ask for more.
Wonderful. And so you like looking at some of the goods and at the music. So what's one of the favorite things that you do here at the festival?
Well, I've discovered a lot of my favorite folk artists here, such as James Keelahan, who's here again this year, but the very first time I saw him many years ago was here. The same with other things, other people like Pat Whichter, Scott Alaric. And I love browsing and seeing what creative people there are making all these vendor items.
Would you ever consider crafting something yourself and entering it?
Not entering it, no. I craft for myself, for my family, but not on a large scale like this. I feel that you would never get your money back for the time you spent. So for me, it's a labor of love.
Absolutely. My mom's a crafter herself, and she has that same concern. So that the fact that these people are bringing their goods here, I think is very brave, and supporting these local businesses is what's so important.
Absolutely. And I'm retired, and it's all about fun right now.
Good. So we're here to have fun. You heard it from Carolyn, and let's get to it.
Okay. Thank you.
From princesses to mermaids, here we are to look at some of the other mermaids baubles at this vendor's booth. Could you tell us more about your wares and about yourself?
Sure. Hi, my name is Melanie, and I'm from Bristol, Rhode Island. I'm a shell artist, and I do sailors' valentines. And sailors' valentines date back to the 1800s as an art form. It was an octagon-shaped box that sailors would bring home as a gift for their loved ones. I fell in love with the whole story, the history of it, and I started recreating them. So this is what I do. This is my main thing. But I have a passion for making it into a wearable accessory. So they're things that, a mermaid might make or wear because they're all seashells.
So I'm actually going to hold this up next to you.
Oh, perfect.
You're
Thank
already
you.
wearing some, but this is just the kind of detailed work that she's doing.
Yeah, thank you. They're natural shells. I don't dye anything. And then the key to making it wearable is that I do resin work over it all when I'm done with the shell work. And I add in real pearls. This piece actually has 2 quahog pearls in it. And so fans of the sea know that quahog pearls are pretty rare. So there's 2 of them in there. It was in Rhode Island Monthly Magazine in February, which I was really excited about. Yay. So I do a bunch of variety of things. I do mermaid tiaras for all the mermaids. I do earrings and just a whole bunch of pretty things. All of this, all from the sea. Thank you.
So what can you tell us about why it's important to support local business?
It's important to support local business because we're all working together to try to make a living, but add some beauty and things that people can enjoy. If we support each other, it just makes it work so much better,
Thank you so much. It's been wonderful talking to you.
Thank you so much.
Right now, I'm surrounded by the lovely fragrances from these handmade soaps, and I'm very interested in learning more about your business. Could you tell me, first of all, what your name is?
Brenda Lavasser.
Brenda. And how long have you been coming to this festival?
At least 5 years.
And tell us more about your business. What brought you here, and what inspired you to start this business in New Bedford?
Well, we lived here for 19 years, and then we moved away. But I had a health crisis, which I went to an alternative doctor and found out that they were having, he told me, started taking his herbal classes, and he told me there was a soap demonstration going on at the health food store that I should go. So I went, and I took a class, and then I took a lip balm class and a lotion class, and just everything just fell together.
and that's what's inspired, your health journey has kind of inspired your business.
Right. Yeah. I started looking at what I was putting in my body, and then started looking at what I was putting on my body, and buying other people's soaps, and went, oh, I can do that. So,
what are the benefits of getting a handmade soap?
No chemicals. You don't have the chemicals that the commercial soaps have. They moisturize. You're not supposed to say that, but yeah, they moisturize your skin.
Right. So thank you so much for speaking with me. Honestly, these all smell so good, and they have all the listings of what you put in the bars of soap. So you can get exactly what you need when you need it, and I know that my mom loves these, so she'll be by later today, and I'm sure she'll be interested in picking up a few. Thank you. I am now visiting Art on the Spot, and I'm learning more about their face painting and what you do. So you've seen a couple kids today. It's been a little slower, but what do you like the most about, face painting?
Well, aside from just being able to creatively express myself and be able to go with it's the reaction to the children. It's like that immediate gratification right away when the child looks in the mirror and they've become Spider-Man or Batman or something, and then they're just so excited, and that's the best part, is seeing the kids get excited and happy. Right. It's fun. It's a fun job.
Right, and it's kids, and it's booths like these that remind you that this festival is so kid-friendly.
It really is. Yeah, it really is. When I had first heard of the Folk Festival, I thought, well, it's probably going to be all older adults, but it's really a family-friendly environment.
That's great. And are you from New Bedford?
I lived in New Bedford. I'm originally from Somerset, so I'm close. And we live in Somerset now, my husband and I. But when we first met, he lived in New Bedford, so we lived in New Bedford for a few years. So New Bedford is a really strong part of our heart.
Oh, that's wonderful. It's great to see the people who have lived here coming back and supporting the community by doing their business here. So we really appreciate you. We really appreciate having you.
Yeah, it's fun. It makes for fun pictures when you see kids walking around with these spaces that are really vibrant and bright. So yeah.
Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
And here we have some more interesting goods, and I would like you to tell us more about them. These are fine quilted items from Deb. So Deb, tell us more about your work.
I've been sewing all my life practically since I was in middle school, and it's just something I absolutely enjoy. I've been coming to the fair, let's see, I think this has been 4 or 5 years now. Yeah. These are all my own design. I just take a piece of blank paper and I just do my own design, and people say, oh, can you make this? And that's what I do. And I'm local. I'm just from Fairhaven over the water. So it's very easy for people to say, oh, can you make this? I take orders, and it works out great. So I mean, I've been doing this, like I said, for a long time. So it's really nice. I enjoy it very much. So I've started doing pocketbooks, and then I've gone and made the accessories, and then I go and I've done other things, and I quilt, so then we added the quilts, and we just do a lot of everything just adds on, and then I started making dog coats for my grand doggies, and
your grand doggies.
Yeah, and then just things that people ask for, I just add on and add on and add on. It's just, and I love to sew, so I try to listen to what people want, and they give me ideas all the time, so yeah.
So what do you like about New Bedford?
Oh, I mean, New Bedford has come in such a long way. I mean, I've been here, I'm going to be 60 this year, and I live from Acushnet. So I mean, this has been home for me forever. So it has changed so much. I mean, it's the murals, the changing this area here. I've seen it come a long way. It's just so beautiful now. It's like it's just coming in its own. It's nice. It's really good to see it come.
Great, and it's great to see all of these people gathering here for something like the folk festival.
The festival's getting better and better, so it's really nice. Yeah, I love having the music right here. This is really nice and everything. I wish the food was closer for us to get some, but that's okay. But
yeah, well, it's been going on for 23 years now, and I know, and if it's on the up and up, then I can't wait to see what they do for 25.
Oh, I know. Wouldn't it be great? Yep. I hope I'm still here going strong. So
absolutely. So to the future.
Yes. Very good.
And there have been quite a few dogs that we've seen at this festival, and owners walking around with their pets. And so I'm here to ask what kind of services and products that you offer to the pets at this festival.
We make all organic essential oil-based wellness products for dogs, and they're safe for people as well. We have a tick and insect repellent, we have itch relief, we have arthritis balm, hot spots, allergy, ear infection, clean air wash, and fresh breath that we make for the dogs. And we also sell CBD oil as well. And we do make gluten-free, dairy-free, and vegan ice cream for dogs too.
Wow. So, and what's your name and how long have you been working at this business?
My name is Kim Shea, and we've been doing this for approximately 3 years, and I've been in this business for 8 years.
Wow. And so, is this your first year at the New Bedford Folk Festival?
No, this is the second one that we're at.
So you had such a good year, such a good time last year that you just had to come back.
Yep, absolutely, absolutely. It's a good crowd. We do good.
So, of course, I have to ask you about your own pets. Do you have dogs at home?
Yes, I have a pit bull, I have a chocolate lab, and I have a German shepherd.
Oh, beautiful big dogs. Big dogs.
And we do promote a raw diet. So all pet parents out there, if you have a dog, I suggest you watch a documentary on Netflix. It's called Pet Fooled. It's about the dog food industry and what they're allowed to put in your dog's food, and you might be interested in watching. It's kind of like Super Size Me, like McDonald's was, but this is for dogs.
Well, thank you for sharing that information. I hope that you have another great year at this festival, and thank you for coming.
Thank you.
I am now visiting the Dell's lemonade stand, where I am trying to figure out how this Rhode Island-based lemonade company ended up in little old New Bedford. But as my dad is a Rhode Island native, he's always been in love with this lemonade. So what brought you up here to New Bedford today?
Well, actually, we own a company called Dorothy Cox's Chocolates. It's a 90-year-old family business, and we actually run the franchise for New Bedford and Fairhaven.
I'm familiar, yes. It's quite a popular chocolate company.
Thank you. We've been around.
My family, at least.
There we go. We've been around a few weeks, so a lot of people seem to know us.
Yeah.
So it is a Rhode Island-based, product, and but we make it locally here. We buy the mix, make it locally, and keep it going, keep the name going, and it's a good way for us to advertise our products too.
Oh, that's wonderful. So I'm very glad that you're here today because it is so warm. And how do you feel that your product is benefiting the people here at the New Bedford Folk Festival?
We always need something to cool off with. We're not with the food trucks because they have something else to drink up there. We're down here. And so it's like this side of the festival, so people have, as they're walking around, they need something to cool off, so we have it.
And where are you from?
I'm from Fairhaven.
You are?
Yeah. So like born and raised here in New Bedford in the area, and
right.
So it's all part of giving back, right?
Right, and we love your Dell's lemonade, so it's great to see this coming here.
Great. Well, thank you.
Thank you for talking to me
No problem
today.
at all. Have a great day. Thank you.
And now I'm with a vendor who I think wins the award for most beautiful booth, in my opinion, because just look at all of this beautiful crystal, all this glass that's just glittering in the sunlight. And I'd love you to tell us more about your business. First of all, starting with you, what is your name, sir?
Pete Gilday.
Pete, and what can you tell us about your business?
Well, it's just stained glass, a little contemporary feel to it, but my wife and I make this together, and it's really a fun hobby.
Right, and how long have you been in business?
I've been in business since the year 2000. 2001 really was when I started, but it's been fun.
Right.
It's a good time. Shows are fun to come to.
Is this your first year at the New Bedford Folk Festival?
No, I've done this for 8 years now.
Very nice.
It's been a good run. The show is always fun. The music is great, and the people as well. So.
Right, good. And what would you say is your favorite part about the festivals?
Well, I don't get to see much of it because I stand here behind my booth, but I'm just talking to people mostly.
Good. What do you think makes your crafts unique?
Well, there's not much stained glass. Not many people do stained glass, and so it's just fun. And my wife and I's take on stained glass is a little different than most.
Right.
We do things we like to do, so it's nice when other people like our things.
Very nice. So this is wonderful. Thank you so much for talking to me.
Thank you.
Thank you. And there you have it. There goes another New Bedford Folk Festival. I hope you've had as much fun as I have, and we hope to see you next year. This is your host, Mary Dandino, in the city of New Bedford.